Hi guys, Rachel from RK Ribbon Designs, and we're going to be making a fun little ornament, and I got the idea from At Home. So they had these, they were larger, they were probably about 8-inch, 8-inch balls that they were wrapped with mesh tubing. And I thought, you know what, we can make those. So that's what we're going to make. I'm using a 3-inch ball. This one I get from the packs from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to just do our own little version of one of the little ornaments here. Really simple and easy. So I'm using this red mesh tubing and this gold that's got like tinsel in it, because you're gonna want to use a mesh tubing that has like it's not super see-through, because you are going to be putting it around the white ball. Now you could also do this around an ornament, but the thing is, whatever color your ornament is underneath, it might show through your mesh tubing, so just be careful with that. So I feel like this white is good, and this red is a pretty thick color, and with the tinsel of the gold, it makes it look like it's a solid color as well. So that I like these two for this project here. So all you're going to do is you're just going to take your styrofoam ball, and you can use a larger one if you wanted to. This is just the ones that I have. I'll probably make some more with my 4-inch styrofoam balls that I have, because I want some that are going to be larger for my tree. My tree is going to be red, gold, one of my other trees, red, gold, and green. It's more of like this style here, so I feel like these will go well with it. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're just going to take your 2 pieces of your mesh tubing, and we're going to do just like how we would usually do with our yarn when we start these. So I'm going to put some glue at the top of my ball here, and then I'm going to push down one of the colors first, and then I'm going to take my other color, so the red, and I'm going to wrap it around the top of the gold there. And I'm just I'm not pushing it down really like I'm not squishing it, because I still kind of want the tube to keep its shape, so it's like that, just like how I would do before the little candy cane hook there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just take your glue and you're going to zigzag it around. And then you're going to take your tubing and then you're just going to wrap it. I'm not pulling it because I don't want to lose the tube. So I'm just gently wrapping it. And I'm just going to kind of push down as I go, just to make sure that the tubing gets onto the glue there. And then we're just going to continue all the way around the ball, just zigzagging the glue. And then just gently wrapping it. And again, just kind of pushing down. And this one had a little glue, so I'm just going to make sure I get it so it's right next to the gold again. Then you're just going to continue this all the way till you get to the other side of your ball. Now I'm just filling in the top with the glue, and then we'll just finish it off by twisting it, and we're kind of still making sure we pull it down so it doesn't want to gather up at the top. And we're just going to do this until we have a little small hole there, and then I'm going to cut my red first. And I'm going to wrap that around here. Then I'm going to fill in here with some glue, and then I'm going to cut my gold. And then I'm going to just twist that around the red there. And it's going to leave like a little bit of an opening, and that's okay because that's where we want to put our little cord to hang the ornament. So there's a little bit of a white showing there, and that's okay because now we're just going to take some cording. This is some small cording I got from Hobby Lobby. Just going to fold it down, cut it. Then we're just going to tie a knot at the end here. Just like that. And then we're just going to put some glue right in the middle there. I'm going to push it just straight down, my knot straight down. I'm going to actually use my scissors so I don't burn myself here. And we're just going to push our knot down in the center there. And this bit of the cording doesn't look like it got, yeah, it does. I just need to push it down a little bit. So just make sure that your cording is pushed down onto that glue so it doesn't lift up. Okay. So now we're just going to let that sit and let that kind of set. And then we're going to just take our piece of our red cording here and we're just going to make a little bow. You could do this with whatever you want, but I figured I already have the tubing here. So we're going to do 2 little loops and then cross it just like a little shoestring bow. I still want them to kind of keep their little tube look. I don't want them to be flat. And then we're just going to cut it here. So just a little bow like that. And then we're just going to take our ornament here. Try to find where I kind of want it to go. So we'll go on this side here. Now I'm just going to put some glue right down on the top there. Just going to take the bow here, push it down. And let that set. And then I just took a little bell. I wish I had some smaller ones, just a little bit smaller, but I don't in gold. I had one in red, but I didn't want the red because the bow was already red. So I'm just going to take this gold bow, or this gold bell here, and put it on here. But you can go over the top of it with some like greenery, some little berries, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to keep it simple. It's going to go on my tree, so it'll be fine. But you can, you know, jazz it up if you want. And we're just going to glue our bell here. Let that sit. Now, sometimes with this mesh tubing, it can fray at the ends. So I did go over the other ones and just took a little bit of heat here, the lighter, and I just kind of melt it down a little bit. And then before it gets like super set, I just kind of pinch it. So that way it's not going to come all undone and crazy. All right, so here is our mesh tubing ornaments. So they're super simple, super easy, and you can use all the different kinds of mesh tubing that you might have, but just remember, try not to get the ones that are going to be a little more see-through unless you want that to see the white up underneath it. But they're super fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure that you like and subscribe to my page so that I can continue to share some fun DIY projects with you. All right, bye.